I'm back. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since your local vampire bat creature has crawled out of their cave. It's been like 5 months since the last time I attempted to really do anything YouTube related. But anyways, yes, I am back, and we're kicking it off right away with Musume, because right now that's the only game I can really functionally record content for. We are attempting to train a Maruzensky, because I don't really have a good Maruzensky legacy for the upcoming CM, which is Tokyo 1600 meters left-handed. And now, we get to the actual proper career. You can see my support deck and my legacies. You see, I have not made a YouTube video in so long that I quite literally forgot how to set up my recording process in the first attempt at this run. I did not record audio whatsoever for the game, so I had to do it again. Of course, the run I wound up going horribly. The Curse of Fast Learner hit, and I wound up with a 1-star Guts Spark, and also not enough speed to get through the rest of the career, so I lost a bunch of races. So I had to try again anyways, because that was not a desirable Maruzensky. This Maruzensky is going a lot better. For one thing, I took Riko Kashimoto instead of doing the standard 2-speed 2-wit 2-power. I took Riko instead of Marvelous Sunday, who I would normally take for a normal career, just because I needed stamina to get through the medium races in the career. Because otherwise, Maruzensky would have a heart attack and die every 5 seconds, because this horse only knows how to go fast. She's a stupid horse who only knows how to go fast as fuck. I am currently walking back and forth on my porch in the rain recording this voiceover because I have no quiet space to do so. And there's company over, and my mother is watching television in the living room, so I can't, just sit in my room. Riko popped up really early. I took the middle option because I did not want to gamble. If it was, an ace run, I would have tried the high roll, but I'm not gonna high roll for a parent. And I know, those of you who professionally play UMA or actually play the game are looking at me like, why would you make a parent in Track Blazer when you could make one in URA Finale or the Unity Cup? And that is because I am criminally insane and would like to torture myself by running Track Blazer. AKA MANT. Yeah. It's entirely torture for the YouTubes. Yes, you may notice that I now have a little PNG version of my VTuber sitting in the corner on the opposite side to PNG Maruzensky, because I can't record my VTuber all the time because VTuber takes up a lot of space and also time, and also the awkward thing is I can't record live commentary while I'm recording the runs because sometimes the runs are so ass that I just delete the footage and start over. Or I have technical difficulties because I am certainly not the Scuff Queen Monarch, but I am definitely a Scuff Goblin. I have a lot of stuff because I don't have a computer, so I can't do all the fun stuff like, properly record. Oh, that's the dryer going off. This is awkward. I hate standing outside to record my voiceovers, but ironically, the sound of the birds and the dryer vent is less background noise than everything that happens inside. I had a really interesting first shop, the double carrots, and yes, for the race agenda, I wound up doing the sprint mile medium because trying to get Maruzensky to run long races is the equivalent of voluntarily bashing my skull in with a hammer. She dies, and it's torture, but not the kind of torture I want. Unfortunately, we did not get either the natural fast learner or Marzinski's special unique fast learner this run, or even the scholar's hat, but honestly, the scholar's hat doesn't matter on a parent, although, honestly, I would rather not. This run was chaos. Absolute chaos incarnate. But, ooh, I did have some very juicy shop resets. That made the run worth it, even if... Oh, you're gonna hate me at the end of this if you stick around that long. This is mostly just gonna be me yapping a lot. Because that's all I can do is yap. At least there's gonna be game audio, and you might see, you know, just a little vtuber in pause mode, just sitting there, scratching their chin like, I wonder how this video's going. Yeah, that's gonna be my new default, to like fill the space and show that, hey, I am talking. This is who you're watching. Yeah, I probably could have recorded live voiceover during my run, but I kept getting interrupted. There was a point, probably a little bit after the debut, where I actually had to go pause and walk away for a while to go do something, which meant that I could not have possibly been recording live commentary because I couldn't have possibly been able to record live commentary when I don't have alone time or space to record any commentary inside the house. I'm standing here in the rain, my phone is getting covered in water. Like, my screen looks insane. It is sparkling though. Honestly, I did a lot of stupid things this run. Trackblazer has eaten my clocks consistently since I've like played this version of, because the older careers, they wouldn't eat my clocks at all because you couldn't, you know, just clock races if you got the, like, not first, but also not your like normal career goal. But with Trackblazer, you can clock any race if you don't get first, which is crazy. And it doesn't really happen again until I think it's Prix de la Triomphe. It won't come for a while to global, but I've played the scenario on JP, and they have the situation where you can clock additional races if you don't reach your goal. At least the special races, not your UMA's innate career goals. I mean, Prix de la Triomphe is weird, and I don't fully understand it because I can't read Japanese, unfortunately, so I have no idea what the hell is going on, but I just like seeing big number go up. Like, when I play Global UMA, I pay attention to what the best possible strats are. Like, not quite Metaslave because I don't spend, and I haven't really pulled on sport card banners since Narita Top Road. I only got 2 copies of her, so unfortunately she is not really functional, which sucks. And especially knowing that Grand Live is coming in July, it basically means that I wasted like 200 pulls trying to get Narita Top Road when Trackblazer came out. I felt really stupid. Especially after realizing that her race bonus doesn't even pop up until higher limit break. Which is why my main speed core has been my 3 limit break Bakushin speed, and then my 1 limit break Kira-san black speed, because the race bonus as it is right now, and they're pretty good special priority in training. Like, Bakushin and Kira-san actually work okay to give me like the best speed I can get for now. I know I eventually have to grind out the club points to maybe get Narita Brian's speed to max limit break, or even Suzuka's speed. I don't know. Or I could just save up my carrots for another support card pull, but I have, well, you've seen through the footage that I've spent carrots on clocks, which is something you're not really supposed to do if you're free to play in this game. But I have no other option for the content. I have to spend the carrots on the clocks, otherwise. I mean, if it's an epithet race, I would spend the carrot on the clock. But if it was something I could afford to lose, I would just leave it. Like, later in the career, we wind up losing the classic year Takazuka Kinen. But that's one of the very few races you can afford to lose if your schedule is set up correctly, because if you have it scheduled also in your senior year, you can also lose that. The same goes for the sprinter stakes. You only have to win one of them to guarantee your epithet, at least in Track Blazer. I'm not sure about other careers. Honestly, I've also been playing a bit of JP Uma in the last few days, mostly just I wanted to check out Beyond Dreams, because I mean it's based off of the Breeders' Cup, which is an American race. I'm an American. I've gotta check that out. I've not yet gotten to play Beyond Dreams yet, because I'm grinding through basically a bunch of basically I pulled like a bunch of Uma on JP and then decided to grind through a couple of previous scenarios before moving on to Beyond Dreams, so I could grind up enough pulls to get myself a halfway decent, reasonable deck of support cards. At least that's my plan, and then I would touch Beyond Dreams. And I also goofed up because I can't read Japanese, so yeah. Accidentally made 10 Haru Urara legacies. With the little like fake legacies you can have. I thought that button was for the you know, auto dailies. So I was gonna set it to like run 10 URA finale Haru Uraras while I was letting my phone charge. I did not realize that it would just instantly give me 10 fake Haru Urara legacies, so I wasted those. And generally, you don't get those tickets unless you spend money, so I only have 5 left, which means I have to be very careful, or I just have to wait until the feature comes to global, which is going to be in quite a few years, so I think they just added that to JP. Oh. Let's see. Other life updates. I've gotten really fixated on DC and stuff. I still have to finish season 9 of Flash. I've procrastinated on that because the first 3 seasons were peak. They were absolute cinema. Season 4 through 6, 7, god damn it. They were okay? Like, they weren't bad, but they also weren't that great either, and the show definitely got worse after Frost and Cisco were gone, so that sucked. Oh. Family members are leaving. I can possibly go inside and record. No, I can't. The dogs will bark. I have to wait. First inspiration, silver. That's sucked-ish, but I managed to get both turp and my last sparks hitting. Which... may that luck bless me on an ace. That's all I've got to say. Honestly, the shop reset luck was crazy. I wound up getting so many hammers. Oh, that's... yeah, I had to use a carrot clock here because the official kind of important. Like, oh, I had to do it twice. I forgot against Die with Scarlet because Die with Scarlet's a fucking bitch. Dice Cut fans, please do not come for me. But yeah, other. I watched season 2 of High Potential last night because I had procrastinated on watching it. Well, that's the thing. I'd originally been watching, like... Okay. First, my mom and I watched season 1 together. Just 2 of us. And then, when season 2 started airing, like doing the weekly releases on Hulu, it was me and my mom and my dad. And we got through the first couple weeks. We watched it like once a week. We just hang out, we watched the next episode. And it was cool, and I got to spend time with my parents, and then my parents broke up. Yeah. I'm not gonna go into detail because it's mess that I don't want to share on YouTube. They're friendly now because they were friends for many years and they were married for like almost 20 years at this point. But it was so... yeah, it basically meant they stopped hanging out with each other, which meant no more hanging out and watching TV. Like, together, like, no more of that stuff. We wound up, me and my mom, the other night, we got up until, like, season 2, episode 14 of High Potential. And it was great, just the 2 of us, 'cause my dad's been practically living at his new girlfriend's house. He's not here, so fuck you. I mean this with love. And then last night I wound up watching up until the end of the season. I'm not going to spoil because people I know still have not yet finished it because apparently they took High Potential off Disney Plus. But holy hell, that was an ending. That was an ending. That I need more. Like, I'm almost tempted to like see what's on the AO3. Like, who's written High Potential fanfics? Like, I mean, I know when season 1 happened, there was definitely some chemistry between Morgan and Karadec, and I was like kind of leaning into it, like, oh. And Daphne and Oz are both great, but then season 2. Oh my god, season 2 is crazy, y'all. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. But oh my god, I hope season 3 is even just half the banger season 2 was. Like, here's the thing. I don't really watch much, like, Western TV. I'm more of an anime and, like, I don't know. I'm more so watch either anime or sci-fi. Like, that's my usual cup of tea. However, I really got into High Potential because I had watched the Apothecary Diaries, and they are very similar, like, as far as labeling. Like, I feel like if there were a live-action Apothecary Diaries, I could get my mom to watch that and like it, as long as it was, like, in English. I don't think she'd be able to watch the original animated Apothecary Diaries because Mom doesn't really do well with, like, animated shit. Oh my god. Speaking of my parents and the stuff I like, the song plays from Uma Musume, Narita Bryant's song. I tried to get my dad to listen to it because the best way to describe how Blaze sounds is Linkin Park, but horseful. And also it's in Japanese, and that's kind of the way I described it to him. Unfortunately, he said it wasn't for him, which... I mean... it's whatever. I mean... it's hard to like songs that aren't in a language you can remotely understand, or just aren't the right vibe. I mean, honestly, I respect that, but like, damn. Almost, I mean, music be cooking, like, damn. I have so many Uma Musume songs on my default playlist, like Manishuki Rush, Mystic Victoria, Legend Changer, that one's peak, and also the soundtrack from Uma Musume Cinderella Grey, like the opening, the ending, Oguri Cap's covers of the season 1 opening, which is, dare I say, better than the original, and I'm so glad they did that. But yeah, speaking of music, I finally discovered Aisha Erotica, who's the artist behind some of the funny TikTok music, like I Just Had Lunch with Microsoft, that song, or whatever. How have I not discovered this bitch in ages? She's like peak hypersexual hyperpop is the way I can describe her for music. It's like every shred of masculinity that has managed to fill my body always escapes me whenever I hear a single one of her songs. It's just like... and of course, her music is not stuff I can listen to, like, without headphones. But it's like... I don't know, she cooked. She cooks. I mean, some of her songs are weird, but some of them are like, damn. I don't know, it's kind of in the same level of unhinged as Bo Burnham was. Like, I liked Bo Burnham for a while. I mean, same state, shout out, Massachusetts, massive, huge tits. But, Bo Burnham was okay, but there was some awkward accusations thrown around. But Aisha is like 10 times more unhinged. And I love it. Like, please, music industry, more unhinged bullshit like Aisha. Just do the weird because it's fun. And it's like, I mean, it's kind of the shock value of like, holy shit, that's a lyric. But it's like, dude, enough of this freaking Taylor Swift, Shabuzi, fucking Morgan Wallen bullshit. Like, enough with this coworker music bullshit. Like, I don't know, almost corporate slop that I wouldn't be surprised was somewhat composed with generative AI. Enough of this! Give us real shit! Like, there's a reason why I've been listening to more music from, like, both outside of the US, in terms of, like, both mostly Japanese and Korean music. Some Chinese music, like, I listened to the Chinese version of Catch Catch by Ina. It was not bad. Of course, I could understand it a lot less than the original version. And that's only because I'm slightly more familiar with Korean than I am with Chinese. It's just a matter of like picking up the words through having listened so much. It's kind of like how with Japanese, even though I can't read, some words I do pick up. I mean, it's easier for me to pick up loan words like mile. Mile shows up a lot, especially in umamusume. Like certain words, yeah, I can pick those up because they're loan words. But other ones, it's like, what? I mean, for the record, I did take one Japanese class when I was in 8th grade, but I don't fucking remember shit. Like, most of my Japanese knowledge now comes from just listening. I do have a mutual on Tumblr who, ironically enough, lives in Japan, but because of the funny twists of fate, is also illiterate when it comes to Japanese. Apparently in Japan, there are schools that you can send your children to that will teach them foreign languages like English and French, but neglect their skills in Japanese, which effectively leaves them a foreigner in their own country. What a world. But yeah, sometimes I talk with her about like some of the interesting things that I've picked up about Japanese. I also have another mutual who is Italian in Japanese, but now she's the US, and it's crazy, like. But I also talk with her sometimes about Japanese. She is not illiterate when it comes to Japanese, but it's, I don't know, languages are fun. Shout out Human 1011 and Etymology Nerd. Whenever their shorts pop up on my feed, I'm like, ooh, neuron activation. Speaking of neuron activation, that shop reset was one. I know I have not been talking about the gameplay on screen. That is because that's not my usual style. I mean, fact. My voiceovers are generally, at least for videos like this, when it's me coming back from a long hiatus, it's just me yapping into my phone and telling you about all the crazy shit I've been up to while I've been gone. Or at least all the stuff I wish I could talk about, but I haven't been able to because I've been neglecting the YouTube thing. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get monetized, if I'll be honest, at least not with my horribly inconsistent recording, uploading, and editing schedule. I know in order to be eligible for monetization, you need at least 3 uploads a month. That is not something I don't think I can achieve. At least not reasonably. Without, first getting a PC, which means I have to send my flesh form to the coal mines until I collapse out of sheer exhaustion for a mere penny. No, seriously, what the fuck is the American economy right now? I heard my mom talking about it because she has a car. She can drive. I can't because machines terrify me. I hate cars. I don't like the idea of being in the driver's seat at all. I am a passenger princeling. But holy hell. 5 smackaroonies a gallon. We don't have hot water, through oil at our house anymore. Because it's $600 to fill our tank. That's money we don't have. At least money that we can't throw around because things like groceries and water. You know what's crazy? Last month, my mom got a $900 water bill for our household. $900 for water. Water is free. It's insanity. And then immediately after she paid off that bill, she got another $200 bill from the water company. Immediately. This is bullshit. And holy shit. They let that stupid fucking boat dock somewhere. If you've been living under a rock, apparently there was boats with hantavirus, specifically the Andes variant from Argentina. It was just moored, well, not moored, but anchored in international waters, slightly around South Africa for a while, because holy hell, there's disease on this ship and 3 people are dead. I don't know if it's spread, because unfortunately my newsfeed hasn't exactly shown anything related to the thing, which means either A, American news corporations are trying to keep this shit quiet in favor of the Trump is painting the pool blue news, because apparently that's something that needed to be done. Dude. Or it actually hasn't spread that far after they let the boat dock. I mean, I have seen that it is most certain that another pandemic will hit the United States because our president is a fucking moron who wants to turn the White House into Mar-a-Lago. I hope that this, listen, I have a French surname in real life, and you know what I say? You know what I say? Vive la révolution! Bring back the guillotine. Let's, it's gonna be hell, but oh god, so much of America's systems need to be completely reworked in order for our country to last. That's the reality of the situation. And unfortunately, none of the old geezers who are in charge of our government seem to have the bright idea. The only ones who seem to be even the remotest bit sane, who are still actively involved in our government, appear to be Justice Ketanji Brown-Jackson and AOC. Because AOC was always kind of peak. But, oh god, why is it every time we vote this annoying orange into the office, things go to shit? Oh wait, that's right. It's because he's a fucking moron. We shouldn't elect a moron as our president. Maybe, yes, hear me out. Don't elect the stupid senior citizen as our leader. It's that fucking simple. God. Oh. I'm sorry for letting this get too political. I normally try to keep politics out of my content, but what the hell? Ugh. Oh, that's chaos. I don't like that. Yeah. I wound up having to buy skills, mostly Glittering Star and the Moxie in this career, just to make sure Marzensky wouldn't fucking have a heart attack and die on the medium races. So that's why my skill points are a little less optimized. Marzensky cannot do a skillless run unless you're doing either her own career or you have stamina sparks. Unfortunately, I'm going for a high power Marzensky legacy that I can then use as basically my redshift and my power sparks, so that I can then pair it with another parent, either being Il Condor Posa or Cheerleader King Halo, because because those two also have really good acceleration skills for mile tracks specifically. Tier King Halo being more so geared towards lanes and ends, and El Condor Pasa being more pace, front, late. Of course, if my runs with Halo and Pasa wind up going bad, I can always probably just run the Centurial Overlord TM Opera O New Year's variant. Because Baccaral is a goated legacy. Like, I'm so lucky that I managed to snag New Year's Opera O for my legacies. And I got her on the on one of the freebie temples on Kira-san Black's debut banner. And fun facts, when I got Kira-san Black, I managed to get 2 of her in the same pull. And it was an Akikawa door. And I wish for the life of me that I had been recording, because that was great. Probably by the time Grand Live comes out, I'm going to make a video reviewing my own account and just showing off the Umas I have, the support cards I have, notable legacies, whatever, you know, and obviously the fan stats. Like, I have not yet gotten one of the, like, pink titles for a specific Uma. That's how casual I am with this game. I mean, I have been trying to try hard a little bit more recently. Like, I do have a couple double S Umas, those being a Tachyon, Kira-san, and a Digiton, which I was really proud of. Unfortunately, my voiceover cut out right in the middle of that, but you can witness some sheer stupidity that just happened. I had a skin outbreak here in my shop inventory that I had bought several turns ago. I clicked Infirmary instead and wasted a turn, and I did not realize until the career was already over, but you can see the skin outbreak here in my inventory that I somehow missed entirely, which effectively lost me out. Like, I could have used the skin outbreak cure, recreated, and then popped my kale juice and my cupcake, and still been at a decent enough mood to carry out with further trainings. But instead, I wound up just popping the cupcake and basically having to cope for the remainder of the career, which was really dumb. And I'm kind of kicking myself now, like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was a stupid mistake. But, oh well. Despite the ups and the uh-ohs, this career went well, and I wound up nearly capping out on speed and power, and I hit almost 1,000 wit total, which, I mean, those are some juicy stuff. That stat line honestly turned out pretty good. Like, that stat line would have been great for an ace, so to have it on my parent is a really, really good thing. Yeah. I love when Nice Nature and Fine Motion decide to work together and go on the witch. God. I mean, it was fine at the end of the career. Nothing too crazy, like no random heart attacks. Because once you get to the end of the career in Track Blazer, you tend not to lose unless you're, you know, a moron who didn't raise enough speed or stamina and you went long for some reason. Yeah, and with that final power train, I managed... Oh, there's a dog barking in the neighborhood. Oh no, wait, no. I hit the reset whistle trying to go for wit. Because I wanted to get more wit. Right, because I wanted to increase the chances of at least if I couldn't get a power or a speed spark, a wit spark wouldn't have been bad. Right, I'm remembering now. And I used the kale juice at the end, because why not? And that's when I noticed I had the skid out break here sitting in my inventory, and I felt so ashamed of myself. But yeah, that's a lot of fans. Not the highest race bonus I could have had, but honestly getting plus 20 in all stats on a golden Fleet Hammer is pretty solid for Track Blazer, and of course Rico gives us some extra stats at the end. Same with Etsuko right at the end. And oh, that stat line is nice. I then went through and picked out skills that I would want to try and pass on through this Maru-sensei onto further legacies. I tried to focus on either generalist or mile skills, but also nimble nav, because nimble nav is goated, and I got that hint through Teo, which was awesome. Mostly mile skills, but also I added a couple of front skills just because I needed to use up skill points, because I had too many leftover skill points. So yeah, just Leader's Pride and Front Savvy, yes, additional front skills as well as the aforementioned Moxie. And this career hit S+. Thank you for dealing with my yaps and watching me suffer with coming back to doing the YouTube thing. Hope you enjoyed. God, that was peak sparks, power, and turf on top of some really solid legacies. Yeah, I think I'm gonna set this Maru-sensei as my new loner borrow. Anyway, thank you. Maybe, you know, come back again for the next time I do this to myself.
最高の気分。君がいてくれたおかげよ。